Okay, leader, we're now streaming live.
Okay, right. Apologies.
No apologies.
Okay. Sarah's telling me a camera looks funky, so I don't know what that means. One we were with Dallet last night, he looked as though he was behind a mist and fog. Declarations of interest. Normal one, all right. Urgent items of business. I've agreed that item 7A under fees and charges will come. Okay. The items for exclusion are items 16 to 19. Okay. And the minutes are there. Okay. Can we get down to... Oh, now Ashley's telling me he can't get the camera to work. We mustn't be alone. Anyway, if the car looks all nice and relaxed. Okay, university. Helen, we've all had the report. It's been in the Manchester Evening News. Is there anything you want to add?
No, if everybody's read the report, it's just about improving the educational offer for Rochdale. At the moment, we only have 25% of people with degrees, so it's just about looking to improve aspiration and educational attainment in the borough.
Okay.
If members want to know what we've done so far. Sorry. If members want to know what we've done so far. And, sorry.
Questions or comments, please?
Comments, please.
Yes, Kieran.
Quite excited at this prospect. It looks really, really good. It's a real way forward for the town to go, really. Quite a lot of our children do not go on to university because they don't like moving out of house. So it means that they can live at home and still study at university level as well. So that's really useful way of them to do it. Also, they seem to have identified a bit of a niche market as well, which is good to see skills gaps in manufacturing and digital health as well. And also this, quite excited about the prospects of degree level apprenticeships in healthcare and constructions, etc. So really is looking very good, is this. I look forward to many fruitful discussions on this subject in years to come.
Councillor Neil Emmett.
What's not to like about this, Chair? Universities bring massive benefits to local communities. The evidence shows that where you've got a university in a town, that it's often followed by a lot more investment into those communities. So if we had a university in Rochdale, we'd be able to attract even more investment into the borough. Secondly, obviously, we'd be attracting students into the borough, which is clearly would be good for local businesses because they'd have more clients using their facilities. And at the end of the day as well, it's the prestige as well. The idea of us having our own university in Rochdale just brings so many massive benefits to the borough. So yeah, I mean, what isn't there to like? I'm fully in support of this.
Okay, Ellen, you've heard that. Do you wish to add any further comments?
No, just to ask if members would know what we've done so far and approve work going forward with Hotwood Hall College.
Leader, Councillor Wardle wanted to come in.
Okay. She's not on the chat, you see. Go on. Now that I've got good at the chat. Go on.
Is it me, Carol?
Yes, it is, Carol.
Yeah, I just wanted to say I'm very supportive of this. It's wonderful news for the borough and it will bring investment and jobs, which is absolutely great.
Okay.
Thank you.
If there's nobody else, can I thank Helen, because her and I have been working behind the scenes on this with other officers, and I think now it's formally there. It may take a while, but it's an aspiration, and it's an aspiration that the entire council is behind. So thank you.
Right.
Okay, can I now move on to the Julie Murphy show? Okay. Item 7, fees and charge. Oh no, sorry, before that, there is somebody before Julie. Fees and charges. I've got Mark Robinson down on 7A. Would somebody explain why, please?
Chair, fees and charges as item 7. 7A is the fees and charges for planning, so it is Julie for item 7.
I thought it was. Go on, Julie. I thought that you. Yeah. All right.
Okay, thank you, Chair. The fees and charges report, it gives the outcome of the consultation. It's proposing a 2% increase, excluding some charges from the increase, which are detailed in section 4.3 of the report. If agreed, the increased fees and charges will generate £70,000 towards funding our budget gap. Thank you.
Thank you, Julie. I need to give the Mayor's Charity a tenner. That was the Chief Executive bringing me. Dear me. You can't get the staff. On a serious note, any questions? No? Can we agree those?
Yes, agreed.
Agreed. Thank you. 7A must be Mark Robinson.
It's me, John Searle, Chair.
All right. My favourite officer.
Second favourite. Nothing really to add to the report. We've just taken this one separately because it's got an enhanced level of fees and charges to bring in additional income through planning performance agreements. So that's why we just dealt with this one separately. Thanks, Chair. You're on mute, Chair.
Any questions, comments? If not, can we agree those?
Yeah, agreed.
I'm
Agreed.
glad you're here, Carol. Right, I'll now move on. Treasury management, Julie.
Yeah, this is strategy, and we refresh the strategy each year in line with the budget, and it shows how the council meets the requirements of the relevant legislation, codes of practice and guidance that form the prudential framework.
Okay, questions, comments, anybody? I can't see any, so can we agree that?
Agreed.
Thank you, Carol. Next one is capital investment and disposals. Julie.
Thank you. This is the strategy that outlines how the council will meet the requirements of the relevant legislation, codes of practice and guidance that form the prudential framework, the MHCLG guidance on local authority investments, and the Public Works Loan Board lending terms.
Okay, questions, comments? John Searles, because he's got a curtain over his right shoulder, looks as though he's got his hand up all the time. Okay, all right. If that's right, can we agree that?
Agreed.
Thank you. Reserves, Julie.
Thank you. This is a new policy that we've developed in line with the SIT for Financial Management Code. The policy details the current reserves held, together with their purpose and the approval process in line with the council's financial regulations.
Comments, questions? No, can we agree that, please?
Agree the report.
Thank you, Carol. Next, savings update consultation, Julie.
Thank you, Chair. This report provides Cabinet members with an update on the results of consultation on the proposed savings programme for 21-22 and 22-23. It specifically asks members to note the outcome of consultation as detailed in section 4.2 and Appendix 2 and on the private agenda item Appendix 4. It does ask members to note the comments of corporate overview and scrutiny regarding proposals included within the workforce and business as usual as detailed in Appendix 3 and section 4.2. This being the proposals around reduced funding for shop mobility and reduced staffing proposal for adult social care. The report also asked members of Cabinet to approve 3 service delivery savings proposals following consultation for submission to full council for approval. These being changes to adult care charging policy, the review of neighbourhood cohesion and community centre engagement officer post, and the review of town centre enforcement warden posts. Thank you.
Okay. Could you just remind me what the recommendation was from ONS?
They recommend
on shop mobility, because actually
they recommended for that one to be withdrawn, to reverse the decision on the 1st of December, which was a decision by members to approve the implementation of it into business as usual.
Can I ask whoever is the cabinet member for that, are they willing to withdraw it, please?
Yes, Leader. As you know, I wasn't in favour of it so much anyway. But
Just a minute. Cabinet responsibility.
I've not finished, but we let it go to consultation anyway, just to kind of make the point that other services have sought other types of funding from different areas. But members have made it quite clear that they want to continue funding this service because it in normal times it's well used and it is a good service. So I think we should withdraw it.
So you're moving that? Will somebody second it?
Seconded.
Right. And can I ask you, cabinet member, you will talk to them because they have been promising for quite a while that they would go for more grants and would try and become more self-sustaining.
I will do, yes.
Thank you. Okay. The next one is the community officer. Who's the cabinet member for that, please?
That's me, Chair.
Right.
So basically, further to the outcome of the consultation, where we had 183 responses and 153 of those disagreed, as you can see in the paper. The support for these community bases, Leader, goes further than just the buildings themselves. It affects groups in our community and it enhances the lives of our residents. So it's been proven during the pandemic, which highlighted various inequalities, that the integration and cohesion that we have in Rochdale Borough is really, really important. This post is integral to that cohesion and integration, and the trust and partnership and cooperation that we have is nonsense without this post. So I'd like to propose that the post is kept. It provides support for safer communities for our residents, and I believe it would be a false economy to take it out.
I'll second that.
That's been seconded. Anybody else wish to comment?
I would like to comment, Alan, if I may.
Yes, of course you can.
That, having read some of the representations from community organisations, we would probably have lost our Holocaust Memorial every year because they simply couldn't have managed it without that post, and many other examples from the voluntary sector prove that it would be a mistake, shall we say, to withdraw the post. Thank you. Okay.
Anybody else? If not, can we agree to withdraw? I'll ask Julie at the end where we find the money, but there. The next one is the town centre wardens. Who's that?
That's me again, Chair. So it's me again,
lady,
Chair.
aren't you?
Yeah. So basically, town centre enforcement wardens, 107 responses, 81 disagreed, and working with the businesses and town centre management and with the Greater Manchester Police, I'm sure that we can make an even more effective service with these three posts. One of the things that the pandemic has also done is it highlighted antisocial behaviour in certain areas in towns. And of course, these town centre wardens, whilst they are helping enforce the PSPO, are also used in our other town centres where necessary and when necessary. The introduction of the wardens meant that we've reduced crime and antisocial behaviour. There have been 696 incidents that they've been involved in directly, as well as all the underlying stuff that they've been doing. So I would propose that this is not taken forward. Thank you.
Is that seconded?
I'd second that, Leader, and I'd just like to add this service, the reason it was brought about, if you remember, was basically lobbying from businesses. And I think when we get to post-pandemic, before we cut these posts, we need to see if what the impact is and how the town centre is being used. I mean, we might want to come back to it in 12 months when we know more, but I think it's premature to pull it now.
Okay, that's been moved and seconded. Is it agreed?
Agreed.
Agreed. Julie, could you just tell me, that leaves a gap and we have to have a balanced budget? Do I take, go on.
Sorry, Chair. The proposed budget was transferring approximately 900,000 into reserves, which was COVID funded received from the government that we were using to fund smooth pressures in 22-23. So we'll use that one-off funding to bridge the gap. So we'll still have a balanced budget, but it will add to the gap recurrently for the 23-24 budget.
Okay, so what you're saying is we solve the problem this year, but we'll have to look at it again in 12 months.
We will, yes.
Which is, I think, what Councillor Blundell said.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, thank you for that. If there's nothing else, can I move on? Again, Julie, Local Government Act 2003.
Thank you. So this is the report I've written as Chief Finance Officer, and it's my role under the Local Government Act 2003 to comment on the robustness of the budget together with the adequacy of general balances and reserves. In the report, I confirm that in my opinion that the proposed budget for 21-22 is robust and that the level of reserves and balances are appropriate to ensure the council remains a going concern. I ask members to note the content of the report prior to approving the revenue and capital budgets, and members to endorse the approach to general balances included in the report. The report is recommended that general fund balances for 21-22 remain at 17 million, and the detail of the risk assessment being contained in Appendix 2. Thank you, Chair.
Okay, can I at this point thank Julie and all the team for all the work they've done. I think there, can I thank the public for taking part in all the consultations, and I think and the cabinet for all the work they've done, because I think what it shows is that we listen, and when people tell us various things, if we can do something about it, we do. So is any questions on that report? If not, can we agree it?
Agreed.
Thank you, Carol. Okay, finance update COVID, Julie.
Okay, thank you, Chair. The COVID report updates members on the financial position relating to the impact of COVID-19 on the council. During 2021, we've paid about 73 million to businesses in business grants and various local restriction and lockdown grants. We've issued business rates relief of 21 million, which was reimbursed to the council through Section 31 grant. The council has received 46 million in 2021 in general COVID grants and other specific COVID grant. We've had expenditure and income losses are forecast to be around 39.2 million, leaving a 6.7 million grant to carry forward for further pressures in 21-22. In 21-22, we've received a general COVID grant of 7.6 million, together with 3.1 million for local council tax support, which has helped us to have a proposed balanced budget for 21-22. Thank you, Chair.
Any comments? No? I can't see any. I don't know who's coughing all the time, but perhaps they turn the mic off if it's you, actually. All right. Finance, can we agree that?
Agreed.
Thank you, Carol. Okay. Can I now ask for the items 16 to 19, can we exclude the press and public?